Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of The Family Architect, Parenting by Design rather than by default. I'm Philippa Scott, mother of four, grandmother, and your new parenting ally. So if you've ever felt like you're barely holding it together while trying to be everything for everyone, this podcast is for you. I'm not here to sell you perfection because let's face it, parenting isn't neat, tidy, or Pinterest perfect. It's messy, overwhelming, and sometimes leaves you questioning everything. But here's the good news: you don't have to do it alone, and you're not meant to. And you don't have to do it on autopilot. Together, we'll figure out how to parent with purpose, even when life feels chaotic. This is real talk about real life, complete with the occasional swear word, because hey, I'm human, you're human. So grab your coffee, tea, or if you're in that place where you just need a cold glass of wine, and let's dive into the journey of intentional parenting. One bite-sized episode at a time. I know that you are time poor. I know you're going to have to squeeze me in between little bits and pieces as we explore these different bits. So this is designed to be nice and short and sharp just for you. Okay, so let's start with why. Why did I create this podcast? I've had a podcast in the past. I had a podcast with the beautiful Philippa Cox called Philippa Squared, Parenting by Design. But this podcast, I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to take it into a different space, and I wanted it to be a slightly different format. So I've created this because I'm passionate about parenting by design rather than by default. For the past 21 years, I've worked with parents as a birth worker and as a coach, and I've seen the sleepless nights, the mum guilt, the endless questions about whether you're doing it right. And I've been in the trenches myself. I'm still there. I still have children at home who are, my youngest is 15 currently. So, I'm there with you. And like you, I've felt the pull of wanting to do better for my children while still healing from the way I was raised. And there are a lot of good things about how I was raised, but there's also some carryover. And I know the weight of trying to meet everyone's expectations while desperately wanting to create something different, something meaningful for your family. And that's why this podcast exists, to let you know that you're not alone and to help you build a family that feels calm, connected, and aligned with your values. No more default settings. We're redesigning parenting from the ground up. So, what can you expect from the Family Architect? This isn't your typical parenting podcast filled with advice you can't use. Each week, I'll give you bite sized episodes packed with practical strategies, emotional insights, and tools you can start using right now. And we'll talk about everything from handling tantrums to building emotional resilience in your kids and in yourself. You'll learn how to create stronger connections, resolve conflicts, and build a home environment where everyone feels safe, seen, and supported. And here's the thing: I know how hard it can be to find time for yourself as a parent. And that's why I promise that these episodes will be short, real, and to the point, designed to meet you where you are, whether it's on the school run or hiding in the bathroom for 5 minutes of peace. Let's get real for a second. Parenting feels harder today than it ever has before, doesn't it? And my mum would say that. She feels it's harder for me than it was for her. We're navigating so much: work, relationships, mental health, and all the noise coming at us from social media and society. And on top of all of that, many of us are doing it without the village we were meant to have. And maybe you're feeling burnt out, unsure of yourself, weighed down by guilt because you're not the perfect parent. Let me say this loud and clear: it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up and doing the best you can, even when it feels like the wheels are falling off. The truth is, the way we were parented shapes how we show up for our kids. And that can be a blessing or a challenge. But here's the great thing: you have the power to break old cycles and create something better. And that's what we're here to do together. See, not perfect. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one simple idea to kickstart your journey to parenting by design. Connection comes first. Today, find one small way to connect with your child. And maybe it's a hug, a chat about their day, or even 5 minutes of undivided attention. Connection is the foundation of everything we're building here. So start there and we'll build from it step by step. All right. That's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that you're excited, or as excited as I am, to dive into this journey together. Parenting is messy, but it's also beautiful. And when we approach it with intention, we can create something truly incredible for our families. If this episode resonated with you, I would love you to hit subscribe, share it with a friend who might need a little parenting encouragement. And if you want to connect or have questions, you can find me at in Instagram at the Family Architect Studio. I'm on Facebook as well with the same name. And you're not alone in this. I can't wait to share more with you in the next episode. Until then, remember, parenting isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. Keep building your beautiful family life one step at a time. See you soon.